In these tough economic times, starting or maintaining a business can be challenging, but trying to start a nonprofit can seem nearly impossible. That is, unless you know about one of the best kept secrets that can be found at the La Crosse Public Library. News 8's Pauline Lee joins us now live in our studio with the story.
Well, WISCOR is an organization that helps youth gain important life skills they'll need before entering the workforce. The nonprofit has been expanding for the past few years, but it wouldn't have been possible without some research done at the library.
Land resources, probably.
Behind bookshelves and surrounded by rows of computers, the La Crosse Library has become an important place in Matthew Brantner's journey to starting a nonprofit.
It was our first unofficial office. It was right here at the library.
He's the executive director of WISCOR, an organization for youth interested in environmental conservation projects like planting gardens or building trails and bridges.
So it's an actual job that they have where they can gain the skills that they're going to need to be leaders in our workforce someday.
But back before all of his success, he had no idea how to even begin funding his dream.
Tried doing web searches of how do you find that, and I was in the library one day here and I came across the Foundation Center.
With the recent downturn in the economy, applying for grants has become more competitive. Librarian Noreen Fish says the Foundation Center database gives people an advantage.
It lets you be more efficient. You can, target the organizations that are most likely to give you money rather than, doing a scattershot approach where you write 20 grants and hope one of them fits.
Brantner has received several grants through the database, anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 each.
It's almost a validation that you're not the only crazy people in the world that believe in what you're doing.
It's been about 3 years now since WISCOR started, and Brantner says he's not sure where he'd be if he hadn't just taken a seat at the library.
Probably still trying to find that first grant, actually. No, I'd like to think that we could have advanced and eventually got there, but the efficiency on our time as grant writers in a small organization has just been huge with this resource.
Now the organization, which is now statewide, is looking to hire about 70 more young adults and expand on more projects throughout the state.
Thanks, Pauline. The database is part of the Resource Center in the library. The center was funded in part by a grant from the La Crosse Community Foundation.